I'm Emma.
And I'm Ashlyn.
And we're super excited to teach you guys about it. So, to begin, the three main questions that we're going to be answering today is, what is uncertainty reduction theory? Then we're going to move into how does this theory apply to Morgan Bird? And then we're going to wrap it up with how can we use uncertainty reduction theory to our advantage. So, let's get going. So, we reduce uncertainty through adding more communication. Communication, our whole lives we've been told, is key. I know growing up, I always heard communication is key, and it really is. So there are nonverbal cues, which consist of eye contact, soft and positive body language, your calm tone of voice, etc. So these are all things that we do to reduce uncertainty reduction theory through forms of communication. So shared information and similarities is another way we communicate with each other. In addition to that is direct interactions, which is your interactions day to day, face to face. So overall, higher certainty is lower anxiety, which equals better relationships, trust, and team results, and keeps you stress-free. So discomfort in uncertainty. Obviously, sometimes we don't know things, and that can be a little bit uncomfortable. I know through personal experience, when I'm sitting in a room with very highly educated people, and they're discussing something I don't typically know, I freak out a little bit. So according to uncertainty reduction theory, people feel discomfort when social interactions are uncertain. So to reduce this discomfort, what we do is we learn through actively seeking information. So what this will do is this will help us feel more at ease or comfortable in a new or unfamiliar situation, making it more familiar. So according to Berger and Calabrese, in their 1975 article on uncertainty reduction theory, they stated, people seek to decrease their social unease by acquiring information when they encounter unfamiliar situations. So, as I just said, people will go out and seek information to make themselves more comfortable.
Uncertainty reduction theory says when people first meet, they feel really unsure about each other, and they need to rely on communication to feel more comfortable and predictable. URT proposes that strangers are motivated to gather information so they can predict and explain each other's behavior. As information increases through talking, observing, and shared experiences, uncertainty goes down, and interactions generally feel better and more comfortable. These 9 axioms give you an example of how talking, behavior, and bonding situations can reduce that uncertainty. By reviewing the employee surveys, we can see that there are many issues that are hurting Morgan Bird's results. There are not only new employees, but also people who've been working for the company for some time now. We can take what we know about uncertainty reduction theory and apply these concepts to new employees and teams and work together on projects and the manager's group to create a better working environment for all.
All right, so pardon the door really quick. Picture this, it's Monday morning and 3 different departments walk into a meeting, each with a completely different understanding of the same project. By the end of the hour, no one is sure who is doing what, and the deadline is now at risk. So as we stated before, it can be very uncertain to not know what's going on. So this is a situation that might make you a little bit uncomfortable. Now, what do you all think about this? What would you guys do in this situation? Talk about it, you know?
Upon reviewing the surveys from our employees, we decided to split our communication problems into 3 separate areas: problems with leadership, interpersonal communication, and disconnected culture. Many of our employees stated that their managers and supervisors left ambiguous emails and they received a lack of feedback on their work. We also found that many of the employees stated that there was uncertainty with their shared workload, and this caused them to miss deadlines. Finally, we found that many of the employees experienced office cliques and gossip. According to Goldsmith in her 2001 Journal of Communication study in uncertainty reduction theory predicts that when people experience uncertainty about other people's actions, especially when that person is in a position of authority, when uncertainty remains unresolved, people experience anxiety, reduced motivation, and lack of trust. How can we use uncertainty reduction theory to our advantage? Our first solution is going to be providing bi-monthly training seminars for leadership and supervisors. We're going to develop a leadership communication framework, which is going to give detailed explanations of how and when leadership is going to communicate with their employees. We're going to provide clear documentation of goals and performance criteria, and we're going to give one-on-one meeting opportunities between employees and their supervisors. We hope that this will result in a drop in uncertainty about expectations and deadlines. According to HU in 2015, requiring teams to navigate uncertainty through open communication helps participants gain insight into their own uncertainty management behaviors while learning how to approach the same challenges.
Alrighty, and now our second solution is going to be a structured new employee training program. So this may look like giving new employees and staff different ways to learn. And the week one is going to look more of like shadowing different roles depending on your department. And then as well as adding short and clear video tutorials with transcripts so people can learn at their own pace since everyone has a different learning style. We also are going to give them time for office hours or a live Q&A session so employees and staff can ask questions. This result, hopefully, everyone knows what everyone is responsible for and how things work in real life, not just in a manual. Faster learning and less confusing emails. And to bridge over to our third solution, we're going to be talking about company culture initiatives at Morgan Bird. And from Communication 2023, when individuals understand how things are done, they can collaborate and work on projects without complaining. Trust facilitates smoother sharing of ideas and trusting colleagues without questioning things. And finally, our third solution when it comes to building more trust and safety within the culture at Morgan Bird, this can look like anonymous feedbacks or surveys to relieve pressure and not upsetting any supervisors or managers, regular mission and values reminders, public praise for speaking up and giving ideas if the person likes that, as well as manager training to respond kindly to all questions and concerns. And a result of this solution can look like more trust, collaboration, and effort between the team and employees. So, in conclusion, the URT shows that clear communication reduces anxiety and improves teamwork. Stronger management communication, better onboarding, and trusting culture all help cut uncertainty. Now, why should we incorporate the uncertainty reduction theory? When people know what to expect, relationships strengthen and productivity grows. And why should we trust it? Reducing uncertainty leads to a more confident and an effective workplace. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.